condition.
Oh, it's not a childhood condition only.
Ang statistics dyan, they say mga about 8.8% of kids may have an ADHD, diagnosable ADHD. Pagdating ng teenage years, mga 6.6% na lang. Pagdating sa adulthood, mga 4.4% na lang yung nadadiagnose with obvious ADHD symptoms. It's not because nawawala. It's not that they grow out of it. It's more that they start to develop coping mechanisms. Na yun, they adjust expectations of themselves. So yun din, parang nakalungkot diba? They learn from their experience as a child na their memory is not very reliable, na ang dating nila is irresponsible kasi yung dapat nilang gawin, nakakalimutan nila. So they either find ways to adjust to that when they're adults, or they find ways to make iwas na lang. Hindi na lang sila pumapasok sa mga ganong klaseng activities na kailangan yung skill set na wala sa kanila. The question is, may pag-asa? Yes, may pag-asa. I'm not aware of ano masyado yung behavioral interventions for adults. Sa mga bata, meron eh. But since I'm not a child psychiatrist, hindi ko kabisado. Pero meron mga behavioral intervention na ginagawa with school kids. For adults, wala pa masyado. Kasi nga, parang alam mo yun, wala silang mapuntahan masyado. Kasi, kunyari, na-diagnose ka as a child na may ADHD. Tapos, okay, nagamot ka, nakapasa ka naman sa grade school, high school, pag college na, pwedeng nandun pa rin yung ADHD symptoms, pero saan ka napupunta? Sa pediatrician mo? Hindi na. But the problem is, when they go see other doctors, kahit psychiatrists, they may not be trained to identify ADHD. Ang usually nangyayari is na-identify yung ibang symptoms like the depression or the anxiety. Hindi nila nakikita yung underlying ADHD that's driving it. So there's not a lot of research yet on what's effective for adults in terms of behavioral intervention. Uso ngayon sa US yung mga life coach.
Yeah.
You know, that's helpful. You may somebody na you give them your schedule, tapos they help you through it. Dito, hindi ako aware sa maraming ganon. Hindi pa yata ganon kauso. Si Phil,
medyo meron na.
Ganon siya, diba? Ang galing nga niya. Believe ko dun. Ang galing niya. He would be better informed than I at ano ba yung mga behavioral intervention na pwede. What I can say as a doctor is yung medications are very effective, na 85% ng symptoms nare-relieve. So, ang daming mga patients na sasabihin nila, Dok, parang nakakagulat, parang ang tahimik bigla ng utak ko. No? Or they'll say things like,
because of this antidepressants?
Hindi antidepressant.
Ano?
Yung medication for ADHD.
Medication mismo sa ADHD?
Yeah, they're not antidepressants.
Kasi paano kung may depression, Dok?
May depression.
Paano ma-distinguish ng isang psychiatrist ang depression na walang ADHD at depression na may ADHD for adults?
Kasi a lot of symptoms of depression, for example, yung hindi sila makafocus, distractible sila, part din nung depression yun di ba? Pero pwedeng parang ADHD din. The difference is, yung ADHD, yun yung baseline. That's how they are all the time, whether or not they're depressed.
So, ang psychiatrist, tatanungin niya, ano bang dahilan ng depression mo? Kung walang mga dahilan, pwedeng ADHD ba yun?
Usually naman kasi kahit may ADHD, may dahilan Because they have a lot more stress than other people do. They're constantly anxious that they'll forget things. They're constantly putting forth so much effort to stay organized. It feels like you're running very fast just to stay in the same place. Ganon yung feeling pag marami kang responsibilities na ADHD. So it's very stressful, to say nothing of yung relationship stresses. It's hard to live with somebody na may ADHD. They're unreliable. Maraming spouses who feel like yung ADHD spouse nila is like their eldest child. Ganon. He's the fun guy, pero pag yung
decision making
boring stuff, yung mga sa bangko, ganon, wala, hindi sila
maasahan.
So may mga stresses din na ganon, and that makes them more prone to having depression. Now, with regards, ano ba dapat tinitreat? Titingnan mo muna kung ano ba yung mas nagka-cause ng impairment. Depression can kill. So, pag severely depressed ang tao, hindi mo iniisip muna yung ADHD. Treat mo muna yung depression. Pag gumagaling na siya, dun mo lang makikita kung anong natitira, kung ADHD pa rin ba yan o hindi.
Okay.